So here it is, YouTube. I'm Roadhawk Wilson, welcoming you into my home and welcoming you to my shadow. I call him Shadow King. However, today we're going to be discussing D&D for people with disabilities and how to formulate a successful campaign. And today we're going to be discussing character creation. And first and foremost, one of the primary things you want to make sure is that your participants are having a good time actually enjoying this character creation. Character creation can go a lot of different directions. It can be a ton of fun, or it can be a total headache. So I personally use D&D Beyond. It's a resource that I find to be incredibly useful, and considering everything is digital nowadays, it makes it even easier. Now with that, one of the key things is you don't want so many features that you overwhelm your characters. However, background, personality traits, weapons, and utilization of classes are very important to your participants, because that's what makes up the core of the personality. I always encourage people to try and make the best of thinking what their character is going to be in the campaign while they're creating them. For some people that's very hard to do, so I provide examples of how I've created my characters. Or if I'm using D&D Beyond, I use D&D Beyond to describe how I create my characters. Now, what a lot of people run into at this point is making sure everyone stays on the same pace, which is just, my answer is provide authority, but also allow people to clearly and consciously understand that it's a group and that we have to stay together in order to go through the processes correctly. For example, if someone runs through it quickly, tries to create their character in order to get the story but doesn't have the right formatting, then, especially for what they really want, then their character is going to be not what they want them to be. And it's important to check in with your group, to ask them what they want and what they need, and also to make sure that they understand the system they're using. D&D Beyond is rather easy and a rather simple program, and there's so many other great ones out there. I will link D&D Beyond in the comment section below. But really, when creating your characters, you want to make sure they understand the importance of each step. You want to make sure the importance of doing everything together. You want them to study and understand their characters. You want to provide examples, and ultimately you want to be able to say, hey, here is my character I've created. Why don't you tell me about yours, so they can get to know their character better. And if they haven't created a backstory, it does not necessarily need to be super in-depth, but I definitely recommend encouraging them to create their own. With that, I apologize for the poor lighting. I will try to fix that in editing. But keep up the nerd stuff. We're going to leave this first part of this video out down below, but I'll see you in another one. Keep up the nerd stuff. Keep up what keeps you happy and healthy. Stay safe in these times, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.